Welcome back! We got two pieces of legislation that are begging to be analyzed, dissected, and exposed. First, we got Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats trying to change the rules of the House of Representatives in order to honor all gender identities, whatever that means. To do this, they're going to remove all gender language. They're going to remove the word father and mother, aunt, uncle, and so on, because it's 2021 and we don't want to assume anybody's gender. Thanks, Nancy. Then, in New York, the state senate has proposed a bill that would allow police to remove and detain people who are carrying communicable diseases, and the government and the governor think that that person is a risk to public health. Nice. Let's get into it. Nobody wants to spend their weekends reading legislation. You don't, I don't, but guess what? We have to, because if we don't, our crooked politicians are going to pass whatever laws they want, they see fit, and help themselves. So, here we are. Assembly Bill A416 in the New York Senate. And keep in mind, this bill has not passed yet. It was introduced, it's in committee, and now it has a long way to go. It has to go to the floor. It has to pass the Senate and the Assembly, get delivered to the governor, and signed by Andrew Cuomo. It has a long way to go. But something tells me it's just going to make it. And what is this bill? Let me tell you. Section 1. The public health law is amended by adding a new section 2120A to read as follows. Removal and detention of cases, contacts, and carriers who are, or may be, determined by who, a danger to public health. Other orders. The provisions of this section shall be utilized in the event that the governor declares a state of health emergency due to an epidemic or any communicable disease. Upon determining by clear and convincing evidence that the health of others is or may be endangered by a case, contact, or carrier, or suspect case, contact, or carrier of a contagious disease that, in the opinion of the governor, Andrew Cuomo, who's an idiot and is mentally deficient, after consultation with the commissioner, may pose an imminent and significant threat to the public health, resulting in severe morbidity or high mortality, the governor or his or her delegee, including but not limited to the commissioner or the heads of the local health departments, may order the removal and or detention of such a person or of a group of such persons by issuing a single order identifying such persons either by name or by a reasonably specific description of the individuals or group being detained. Such a person or group of persons shall be detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises designed by the governor or his or her delegee and complying with subdivision 5 of the subsection. A person or group removed or detained by order of the governor or his or her delegee pursuant to subdivision 2 of this section shall be detained for such a period of time and in such manner as the department may direct in accordance with this section. Do you guys understand what could happen with this? Andrew Cuomo could say, hey, my political opponent over there went to a party and someone got COVID there. He needs to be detained. He can't go out in public. He can't do rallies. He can't do politics against me. Oh, what's that? You have the Confederate flag? Arrest that man. He's got the COVIDs. But this brings me to the more cynical perspective. Remember this? States are calling racism a public health crisis. Here's what that means. That means that if the law passes in New York, racism is going to be a communicable disease, one for which you could be removed from society because you have a high risk of morbidity to the society. We can't allow this to pass, and this is why I have to spend my Saturday night reading a legislative bill. Nice. Thanks, Andrew. Let's move on to Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi may strip all gender references from House of Representative rules. Yes, very nice New York Post, but let's read the actual thing. There is established an Office of Diversity and Inclusion. The Speaker, in conclusion with a minority rule, shall appoint a Director of the Office of Recommendations provided by the Chair of Committee on House Administration in consultation with the ranking minority member of such committee. Subject to the policy direction and oversight of the Committee of House Administration, the Office of Diversity and Inclusion shall direct and guide House employing offices to recruit, hire, train, develop, advance, promote, and retain diverse workforce. Survey and evaluate diversity in House employment offices. You see, we're done with meritocracy here. If you're good, it doesn't matter. You gotta be the right color. You gotta be the right sex. Sorry. And now we're getting to the part that I really wanted to show you. Gender inclusive language. In clause whatever of Rule X, strike seamen and insert seafarers. In clause whatever of Rule X, strike chairman and insert chair. those are relatively normal and I don't necessarily have a problem with them, but I still think it's just complete nonsense. But let's keep going. In clause whatever of rule whatever, strike father, mother, son, daughter, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, first cousin, nephew, niece, husband, wife, father-in-law, mother-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, stepfather, stepmother, you get the point. And insert parent, child, sibling, parent, sibling, first cousin, sibling's child, spouse, parent-in-law, child-in-law, sibling-in-law, step-parent, stepchild, step-sibling, half-sibling, or grandchild. Okay, you get the point. Here's my question. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we making our language less efficient? To make some people feel better? And let's be honest, those people probably have something that they gotta work out. This whole gender identity nonsense? Why not have words that specifically describe a type of person? Why say child or sibling when you can say brother? That you know a lot more information with one word. That's called efficiency. And we gotta be more efficient, not nonsensical. And this is nonsensical. Sorry. Which of these new pieces of legislation do you find more disturbing? Comment down below. I think Nancy Pelosi seems less threatening right now and just nonsensical, but it could have a serious effect in our culture in the future. And what's happening in New York, if that passes, is just complete fascism. The governor's going to have the power to lock up whoever he wants for the amount of time he wants just by saying he may have the COVID. He may be a racist. And that is a risk for public health. Thank you for watching. Comment your opinions down below. Like, subscribe. It's free. See you next time.